So I'm sick still. I thought I was getting better at the time that I made my previous video, and that was an illusion, you know, when your sickness tricks you into thinking that you're not sick anymore, and then you get sicker literally the next day. I felt like shit the entire day after I made that video. I felt horrible. Maybe it just took all the energy out of me. What are the things that you usually do when you're sick? Drink tea, sleep, take a hot bath, play the Nintendo Switch, which otherwise gathers dust on your bedside table all year. Anytime I log on to Animal Crossing, everybody's like, where have you been? It's been like 9 months at least. I've made it my life's mission to beat Suika game. Suika game isn't a game that can be beat, it's an arcade game. If you don't know what it is, you stack little fruits together and they become bigger fruits. And then you stack those two bigger fruits together and they become even bigger. And it just keeps going forever, I think. And the goal for me has been to stack together two watermelons and make a bigger basket for the fruits because I've never done that before. And that has been my goal ever since I bought that game. And now I think I intend to actually do it. I've been playing almost non-stop like crazy because I feel like shit and I don't want to do anything else. I really want to share that with you. I want you to see me play. The only way, however, that we can do that is by you literally watching over my shoulder because my Switch is of the light variety. This means that I can't actually put a capture card into it and record the footage like you would on a regular Switch. Honestly, I don't even know what a capture card is. The only way that you can record video directly on the console is in these tiny 20-second clips, which it somehow records in the past, like the thing that I just did gets recorded, and that's sorcery to me. I have no idea how that works. And I'm not doing that, you know, constantly spamming the screenshot button. We're gonna be like, you're peeking on me in class while I'm also slacking off. So it's like we're both slacking off, and I intend to play until I don't feel like it anymore. So, here we go with the game. In the preparation for recording this, I made like test footage to see what the camera angle and everything looks like, and it was like actually abysmal and hard to look at. Nintendo Switch. I don't know what console I'm playing on. One problem that I can see arising with making a gameplay video is that I get so locked in into the games I'm playing. This music genuinely drives me kind of insane now. Is that I can entirely forget to say anything and just stop commentating most of the time. And this is day one of trying to reach greatness in this game. Single player, who am I going to be playing this with? My one Nintendo Switch friend is just gonna see me entering and exiting Suika game a whole fucking bunch. So my strategy usually is to kind of try and make two oranges in two different corners of the screen and then like push them together. So I'd do like something like this, and then I'll try to make that into a new one. I'm always thinking ahead. That cherry, that's gonna be some grapes later down the line. And then this happens. They just kind of float apart from each other. What do I do then? And then I'd like try to push them together a little bit. I just explained my strategy, and I'm aware that it's not like a very well working one because there is like a lot of smaller fruits between the bigger fruits. Well, that's gonna be easier than I thought. No fucking way. Who dares text me when I'm so busy? It looks ugly, you know? It just doesn't look like it should be working. It's kind of stressing me out a little bit. Okay. Oh my god. Wait, maybe things work out for me always. And I always have like this bottom layer of fruit that's just like down there and you can't get to it or do anything. Okay, so I'll give this strawberry here and then I'll do that there. Come on, no way, man. No way, man. At a point like this, I usually just reset, but I think that for the purposes of the video I'm making, I should just keep going until it's over. Oh no. Well, mentally it's already over. Oh, wait. Might we be able to save this? I'm saying we like you're helping me. You're just watching. Really laughing at me, pointing your little finger at me. Pointing your pointer finger at me, but little as it like size. I bet your fingers are super small. Sorry, I didn't even know you. I'm projecting my frustration with the game onto you. So these... Oh no. Well, now the pieces are so far apart. Is there, like this is so what I'm wondering about this game, is there actually a strategy to it? Because to me it feels like a mix of thinking as you do it and like just pure luck. Kind of like Tetris-y, you know, but more fun. Is the lore of Tetris that you're building the Kremlin? That's kind of weird. You know what they say, Wait, since when do I have that? My untimely demise is here. There's no way I'm gonna clutch this in any way. I'm just gonna die. Whoa, whoa, oh my god. That was scary. That was so intense. Okay, wait, no way. And this is like weird, because I don't feel like I can get better at the game, because like how you get better at something like this? Because like Nobody's saying anything. We certainly did not get even close. It's cheering for me. Thank you. I don't feel like you can get better at a game like this. Like, sure, you know where to put all the different fruits, but it's like, that's it. You don't like, maybe you get more logical. You don't like get more skillful, you know what I mean? But somehow I feel like I'm getting better at it. Listen, it took me like 6 months to beat my previous high score, which was like 2,600. So I don't think my evolution within this game is particularly fast. I should limit myself to playing 3 rounds, otherwise I will literally be playing this game forever. Why did I do that? I think I thought that was a cherry. It wasn't. I'm like senile, I think. I'm a senile young man. Yes. Oh my god, we're doing... Guys, this is so clean. There's no debris anywhere. Oh no, I've done it again. I thought a strawberry was a cherry. My camera just made a sound like it was refocusing. If it was unfocused this entire time, I'm gonna scream. If you played this game, or like if you're just watching me play this, I want to know what impression this game is giving to you in terms of like chill level. Like, are you looking at this and thinking, oh yeah, this is a chill time? Are you looking at this and thinking this is hell? Or are you just thinking that this is hell because I'm the one playing it? At any point where I'm like even talking to other people, at some point I will just start like completely losing the plot and just go on about just voicing every thought that comes to my mind to keep the conversation going. Not necessarily because the person I'm talking to is bad at conversation. That's just whoa! Sorry. Wait, this could be a good situation for us though. Yes, like that. Well, okay, if this turns into an apple later, it's gonna start pushing stuff out at the bottom, so I think it will be fine. Oh, is there a way? Oh my god, no way. Wait, hold on. Wait, this is so awesome. This is beautiful. I was gonna say this is a beautiful situation we're in. No. Damn it, no. I once again have like little fruits trapped and they can't escape. I keep like making myself dizzy by continuously turning to the camera to kind of look at it because I'm trying to keep eye contact with the camera for some reason. And I keep getting distracted from my gameplay. Yeah, it's your fault. I'm bad at this, you guys. You're distracting me. Everyone shut up. I need silence. Wait, no! I just start like despairing and I don't know if it's even clear to the people around me, to the people watching, what it is I'm despairing about. Like, why did I just scream no so loud? No, that's so terrible. Oh, that actually kind of hurts looking at this. I keep making decisions that are questionable. This also always happens when I get to like the top of the box, where at that point I feel like my brain just kind of shuts down and I'm not like actually thinking anymore. Okay, no, lock in. We can be logical, right? What was I talking about? We're playing games? Right. Where I have a game which I'm super focused on for like months, and that's all I play for months. And then I just stop playing it, and I don't come back to it for at least a year or so. It's telling me that there's a connection error, which is not true. This applies to Suika as well. I think I've turned this game on recently after getting sick for the first time in like half a year. My last obsession when being sick was Dave the Diver. Like, I played a bunch of that game. No, I don't anymore. I'm gonna come back to it. It's a good game. And I'm trying to fight the compulsion to be like, no, you have to play that game because you bought it. Which is the beauty in not buying games. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. What was that accent? What happened? Just 2 little strawberries are driving me fucking crazy. Does anyone enjoy watching gameplays of tedious games that people are like bad with, like someone who's bad at playing them? Because people love watching like, I don't know, Power War Simulator with someone who is like really thorough, in my opinion. Why did I say that like you're gonna get mad at me? This is like one of those mobile ads where the person playing is just so aggressively bad at the game that you're like, hold on, I gotta be the one doing this. I can't stand looking at this shit. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, and then all of you are gonna buy Suika game, and that's gonna do absolutely nothing for me. You're just gonna be putting pockets. You're gonna be putting money in the pockets of a company I am now in no way affiliated with. Maybe it's just in the evil energy I'm trying to spread lately. Whoa! Whoa. I feel like sometimes I break out into an accent which I would describe as unenthusiastic Elvis. My eyes are watering. This is the last round of this session, okay? Because if I play too much, I might actually go insane. I hate that the beginning and the end of the song is so clear. It just kind of makes the fact that it's repeating all the time kind of worse for me. Here's how many times you've listened to this song. That was Australia. Oh, really? I just let it go a little too early. When did I buy this game? Last year? 2 years ago? Can you guys hear the music? I came home, very late yesterday. Well, I think late is, like, one of the most subjective things there is. Starting off with the orange. Someone loves me. One of those very subjective things, because my best friend, putting her on blast right now, like, thinks that, like, 6 in the afternoon is late. But there's some people to whom 12 at night is, like, nothing. Like, that's normal. Depending on your working hours, I guess, and your overall habits. I was home at, like, 10:30. That's just kind of a late time to be home, by my tastes. And you better believe I kept dreaming of playing this goddamn game. Look how good I am at it. Why did the camera refocus after I burped? What are you recording? This is basically the first thing I'm doing today. I'm lying. I had breakfast and I watched a little bit of Hollow Knight Silksong gameplay and learned that, confirmed, more so than learned, that the game looks very difficult and I would not be able to play it. Guys, pineapple already. Is this Pog or what? Hit like... I'm sorry. When one starts to make typical tuber jokes, you can tell they've ran out of commentary to commentate. And that's bad because I've only been playing for like 3 minutes. Nobody watches people play that are really good because they enjoy that. I feel like it's kind of like vicariously living through someone who's really good at something, and which you're like, oh, one day I'll be just like that. I can guarantee you nobody's thinking that about me right now. Holy shit. Are you guys getting a bunch of angel numbers from looking at my score? I hope you are. This is actually going kind of well. Like, it looks terrible, but it's going. I consider turning the music off, but I feel like that would be, like, poor YouTube etiquette. Like, make the experience more enjoyable for me at the cost of my audience's entertainment. If you're wondering why the fuck she sounds like that, it's because she's 16 years old. My coffee. I can't get it. Like that it cheers every single time, because it knows that it isn't really about how high your score is. It's about your spirit. Do you have a suika spirit? I'm sorry. World's most apologetic YouTuber. Can I use that term? Because, like, I'm making a YouTube video right now, right? But, whoa. That was so cool and slick. But I feel like there's people who are just born with the knowledge and intent to be a YouTuber. And then there's me, who's trying to kind of blend in with all of the other people who are actually, quote-unquote, supposed to be doing YouTube, you know? Do you have that? I'm actually asking my audience if they have imposter syndrome right now. Hey, stop looking at my nasty nails. I can't do them right now because I haven't washed my hair yet. It's one of those rules. Sorry, I don't make the rules, by which I mean I totally do, and I'm unwilling to change them even a little bit. Well, that wasn't ideal. Oh, none of this is ideal, actually. Wait, this might be ideal. No, 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 no. Yes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I still keep turning to the camera occasionally like I'm trying to catch your reaction to what I'm doing. Once again, if I watch this back and nothing was in focus, well, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. What's the deal with... God, whenever I run out of shit to say, it sounds like I'm trying to start up a stand-up routine. What's the deal with playing games that are really hard? One of my friends was playing Devil May Cry, and she read to me this one comment that was just really, really funny. I can't talk and play at the same time. This video was a bad idea. She read this one comment that was really funny. On a forum, someone asked about something difficult in the game. I don't really remember what it was. And then this guy, with like the main character as his profile picture and everything, so he was really into it, wrote like a multi-paragraph essay in response to that comment, saying essentially, if you're too dumb and pussy to play the game, you don't deserve to play it. I swear to God, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not trying to make infuriating gameplay here, despite what I may have claimed in the previous session. Don't listen to that guy, he's full of shit, listen to me. I'm not trying to create the world's most infuriating... My Switch's about to die. I'm here trying to defend myself and everything's stacked up against me. Like Dark Souls and stuff, I get the appeal of that entire series, including Elden Ring and whatnot. I couldn't play it. I tried to play Elden Ring on my old PC. By the way, that PC like exploded. The power supply unit just like one day I turned it on and it was like, and then it just completely died. Like that. I tried to play Elden Ring on it. You know when you exit the starting area, there's immediately guys like on horses running around. Oh, I lost. Oh, running around, spinning in circles a little bit. I died like crazy, man. Maybe it was my build, because I was like magic oriented. I looked crazy. I made like really weird looking guy on accident. I was trying to make him hot, and I died. And I just couldn't play that game. Also, another annoying comment I saw when I was trying to play Voices of the Void, and I couldn't figure out how to like do basically what the entire game is centered around. That is getting the signals from the void, the voices. I ended up on the itch forum page where somebody asked the same question I was having. There was such nasty comments in response to that. Like, I remember them word by word. There was one that said, I'm convinced some people have an IQ of 20, and the next one was just go play Fortnite or something. And it's like, literally, why do you care that someone else is bad at a game? I'm forcing you to come watch them play, unlike me right now. I have you guys tied in a chair, in case you didn't know. I have you guys tied in a chair, and you can't escape because there's a force field around my house, so if you try to escape, it's gonna alert me, and I have red eyes right now because, you know, there's an eclipse soon, and that means my powers are like doubled for the duration of that, so I don't think you're going anywhere. I feel like I'm accidentally making infuriating gameplay when I really don't mean to. I'm just terrible. Medium-sized fruit. Like 5'9". Why do Americans say that like anything below 6 feet is short if most of them are below 6 feet? I live in a country where most everyone is really tall, but I'm an immigrant and an exception to that, and I'm like really, really short. So what people consider short is like massive to me. So people think like a guy who's like 170 something centimeters is short. I'm gonna be like craning my neck up to look at him. That sounds like I'm fishing. Oh my god, I'm literally so tiny. Like, even a short guy would look really tall next to me. Have you met a pick-me gay before? Because if you haven't, I think I'm onto something here. I think I'm innovating. Are you enjoying how most of my commentary is tangents? Oh yes, look at that. I have to keep going with this. I can't lose now. I can feel myself locking in. My cat was just licking the sleeve of my cardigan. That was weird. Oh, she doesn't lick things. I don't know why she did that. Is your cat a licker? Do you have a cat? Oh no, I lost and I couldn't finish my thought. Sun Eater, 1837. Hey, you're still here? I mean, I was gonna keep playing and become the best suika player of all time, but my cat's in the armchair right now. So, do you want to like go for a walk or something? Oh, this chair is much wetter than I hoped. So, initially I wanted to film this segment at a park in a very scenic location that I really like, but unfortunately it was too scary, so I've taken you out on the walk and we've come back to my backyard. I figured that back here I wouldn't feel quite so rushed because I wasn't very satisfied with that segment. I felt like I didn't say a lot of the things I wanted to say. I've forgotten half of them, partly out of the anxiety of being outside with people walking around. So initially the video was going to be just that. I would play Suika game, maybe get good at it, maybe not. I didn't actually plan to, like, I hoped that I would be able to fulfill my goal, but I didn't really expect that that would happen. My idea for the intro was that I would do a little twerk to the song that plays in the game, the one that I complained about. Can't twerk. And my most earnest attempt looks like I am joking. What's up with trying to improve and get better at things? Suika game might seem like a kind of a weird backdrop to this topic, but I actually don't think so. At first, I was like, oh, that's kind of out of nowhere, but really, it's not. I think arcade games are a good representation of what it's like to actually try and perfect a skill in real life. There are plenty of people who are really good at arcade games, but that's the thing about arcade games, is that you don't really get a win state in most of them. I don't know if that's true about Suika, but as far as I'm aware, you just kind of keep going. The basket gets bigger. And I think that that's applicable to how we nurture our skills in real life. And it's that there's no actual level cap. There's no actual max level that you can reach. you just keep beating your own high score over and over and over and over. I'm not really a perfectionist, more so an overachiever, or perhaps a tryhard. At least I was. In recent days, I have started to stray away from my tendency to chase the high of comparing what I've done today to what I've done a couple months ago and seeing the difference and the improvements. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't try or you should half-ass things or you shouldn't try to improve. That's not what this is about. But more so that kind of my personal experience mixed in with this philosophical outro to this video. It might seem a little bit strange. I fear this is how I am. There is almost no thing, no matter how minuscule, that I won't give some sort of meaning, that won't somehow correlate to the meaning of life at large. As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna keep pondering it, because life is really hard. Things just don't really make sense most of the time, so I think finding moments of meaning in moments that don't have any is kind of how I've kept myself relatively sane. And I feel like most people can say the same. Life is just, it feels like the things just never stop coming. When it comes to building skills, this is like something important that I've had to teach myself, is that it's fine to kind of plateau for a little bit. Fuck, maybe even regress. Like, this is not something I've experienced, but this is, I think, one of many artists' biggest fears, is to get worse and forget how to do things that they once could. And for me, I'm fucking afraid of that too. Obviously, I'm human, I draw, I'm scared. I haven't posted my art online in like a year or even maybe more. I'll throw on some more recent examples on the screen if you're curious. Recently, I had the first day in maybe a decade or more in which I just didn't draw at all. Now, I'm not counting days when I was too sick, or felt too shitty to draw, or was too busy, but like, I just didn't do it. Because usually even if I don't draw all day, when I open my journal at the end of the day to write something down, I'll make like a doodle or a quick sketch of something, but that day I just didn't do it. And I didn't die. Now, an important clarification to make for this whole conversation that I'm having with you right now is that I am indeed diagnosed with OCD, which my doctor said was not only severe but also textbook. So that might shine some light as to why this is such a pressing issue to me. As well as when you've been good at one particular thing your entire life, once you don't feel like you're good at it anymore, there's just no more you know what I mean? Like, if a person has been praised for the one thing about themselves, especially if they've been put down a lot, then that thing that they're good at becomes like such an intrinsic part of their identity. Trying to separate it is like pulling apart one of those weird sticky shoe things. It's kind of painful and makes a grating noise, and sometimes all the fibers of the cloth come out as well. I think that, as silly as that might sound, I think that experience of just not drawing anything has kind of been helping push my viewpoint on things and to push my fear away, because you know how it is with exposure. Nothing bad happened. And if my art regresses, I can build it back up again. Maybe even better than first time. Because generally for me, whenever I make a big piece and I put a lot of work into it, I always hate the initial sketch and sometimes the initial line art. And I restart it 2 or 3 times, and then is when I feel the most confident with it and can actually finish it. Or a lot of the times I wouldn't even bring it to completion because I was so exhausted by the process of trying to make it the best piece of art that I've made so far. I think that this arcade game allegory is really good for describing what working on skills is like. You don't hit a goal, you don't earn anything at the end of it. Even if you were the world's most beloved artist, revered as like a genius among your generation and generations to come, every time you pick up a brush, you're gonna learn something new. We're all just trying to beat the previous high score set by us. Or, I guess, maybe set by someone else if you're super petty. So there's been a shift in my life and in my viewpoint when it comes to improving things. And sometimes it's maybe okay if things don't see an improvement for a while. This can apply to anything. Sometimes I think we enter stages in life where it's just completely still. Nothing new and exciting happens unless you force it to happen, right? And that's fine. If you are a very anxious person like myself, if you cling desperately onto your skills and talents because it's the only thing keeping you afloat in a society in which you feel like you would otherwise drown, I really hope that you, like me, can start to ease your worries and enjoy the process of just doing the things you do and being alive without worrying about constantly stepping onto the next creaky step and beating that number. That's only going to keep climbing. You're not going to get a special reward at the end. Sorry to be bringing up death. I feel like, death and dying is what all of life's philosophy is built upon. But I hope that if there's an afterlife, they're going to show me like a string of numbers for everything I've ever done and everything I've ever learned. Here's your high score. Here's the amount of skill points you've built up. My previous high score was that drawing with the guy in it. And my current high score is this other drawing, also with a guy in it, but it's better. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too big of a whiplash to have this conversation with me at the end of it. I'm afraid this is a trend, and if I continue making videos, which I hope I do, I actually had so much fun making this one and the previous one. It was very creatively fulfilling for me in a way that art hasn't been for the past while. You're gonna see a lot of this, of going from a topic that's kind of silly to a topic that's kind of serious, because like I said, I just have a tendency to look for something greater in things that are small. Whether this is a flaw or a virtue of my character is up to you to decide, but that sounds interesting to you. I hope you stick around to find out if I have anything else to say. Now shut up. I want to sit in silence for a little bit.